century hence. And the first reporter will be Miss Renilyn Lapus.
Okay, once again, good morning. I am Rizal Lapos, and today I will be discuss some summary of Philippines a century hence. First, it is forecast the future of the country within 100 years, Spain's implementation of her military policies, deterioration and disappearance of Filipino and indigenous culture, passivity and submissiveness to the Spanish colonizers. Uh, Filipinas then through these años, or Philippines a century hence, this essays came out as a series of 4 articles in the La Solidaridad on September 30, 1989 and February 1, 1890 by Romero Al, 1978 by Rizal says that it is necessary to open the book that tells to our past before its destiny can be projected. And second, Spain's implementations of her military policies. So there are some of consequences of these policies. First, the country was depopulated, poverty became widespread. Third, families and farmlands neglected. Deterioration and disappearance of indigenous cultures of the Filipinos. It began the gradual destructions of the native Philippine culture. And there are also 3. First, it is Filipinos started losing confidence in their past and their heritage. Second, became doubtful of their present lifetime. Third, it is eventually lost hope in the future and the preservation of their race. And the number 6, it is passivity and submissiveness to the Spanish colonizers. First, they had resigned themselves to their fate. Second, the awakening of the national second, the awakening of the national consciousness among the people had united them. And the third, it is the spread of enlightenment, the ilustrado class arose or eros. So, the second reporter will be Ms. Dagunan.
Good morning once again. I am Lady Jane D. Dagunan and this is my subtopic. Third article of Rizal's essay. Rizal raises in this essay is whether or not Spain can indeed prevent the progress of the Philippines. Keeping the people uneducated and ignorant had failed. National consciousness had still awakened and great Filipino minds still emerged from the rubble. And the second article of Rizal's essay, keeping the impoverished also came to no avail. On the contrary, living a life of eternal destitution had allowed the Filipinos to act on a desire for a change in their way of life. They began to explore other horizons through which they could move toward progress. And the continuation of the results articles is exterminating the people as an alternative to hindering progress did not work either. The Filipino race was able to survive amidst wars and famine and became even more numerous after such catastrophes. To wipe out the nation altogether would require the sacrifice of thousands of Spanish soldiers, and this is something Spain would not allow. This is the Rizal had envisioned in his essay came true. In 1898, Americans resolved with Spain to win the Philippines and eventually took over the country. There was a reign of democracy and liberty. 5 decades after Rizal's death, the Philippines gained her long-awaited independence. This was in fulfillment of what he had written in his essay. History does not record in its annals any lasting domination by one people over another, of different races, of diverse usages and customs, of opposite and divergent ideas. One of the two had to yield and succumb. That would be all. Thank you. And chapter 11 will be tackled by Miss Marcosa and Miss Muan.
Once again, good morning everyone. So we are the continuation of the report of the group A. But before that, my name is Shalamar Marcasa with my partner, Miss Ara Muan. But before anything else, I have a question for you. Have you wondered why Jose Rizal is considered our Philippine national hero? So if you are wondering, this report will be the answer. Because our report is all about Jose Rizal and Philippine nationalism and bayani and kabayanihan. But before that, what is the term bayani? What is the meaning of this? The word bayani or hero in Filipino is someone who saves people, lives, or have a great act of bravery. And there is a basihan sa pagpili if para mahiwag ka nga bayani. The number one is you are a Filipino, may mapagmahal na walang kapantay para sa bayan, kalmado sa pag-uugali at patay na. So, you are considered as a hero if you are already dead, and that is Jose Rizal. And then, why does it take to be a hero? The heroism in real life does not require someone to sacrifice his or her life to be called a bayani. And why does it take to be a hero? The people that we set up as a heroes are people that generally go above and beyond in terms of the call of duty. They do things that are extraordinary. Why does it take to be a hero? The act of heroism is debatable to some people. However, for any hero, it's enough just knowing they help someone else. That's what makes them a true hero. Then, the question is, how did Jose Rizal become a national hero? The answer is, the Americans decided for him being a national hero at their time in the country. It is said that the American civil governor William Howard Taft chose Jose Rizal to be the national hero as a strategy. And Rizal didn't want bloody revolution in his time, so they wanted to be a good example to the Filipinos so that the people will not revolt against the Americans. So since we are already know that Jose Rizal he didn't want a bloody revolution, he just used a pen and paper. Rizal became a national hero because he passed the criteria by being a national hero during the American period. And Esteban A.D. Ocampo, he is a prominent or central personage taking a memorable part in any remarkable action or event. The propaganda movement, this is a peaceful crusade or campaign for reforms was done by means of pen and thumb to Richard, and it was organized and participated by the ilustrados, and propagandists were brave writers who exposed the exploration of the Spaniard to Filipinos. So we have the three people during this, the propaganda movement. The number one is Jose Rizal. He is physician, novelist, and a many splendor genius. The next one is Marcelo H. Del Pilar. He is a lawyer and a journalist. And the third one, we have Graciano Lopez Haina, the greatest orator of the propaganda movement. So, these three persons, sila ang kaning part sa propaganda movement. By a person of distinguished valor or enterprise in danger. De Ocampo claims that no Filipino has yet been born who can equal or surpass Rizal as a person of distinguished valor, enterprise in danger, fortitude in suffering. A man honored after death by public worship because of exceptional service to mankind. And even before his execution, Rizal was already acclaimed by both Filipinos and foreigners as the foremost leader of his people. So we have here Ferdinand Blumentritt and Dr. Reinhold Ross. Dr. Reinhold Ross, he is a librarian of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and an authority in Malayan language and customs. Became a friend of Rizal through Blumentritt, called Rizal a pearl of a man, recommended Rizal to the authorities of the British Museum, and where Rizal usually spent his Sundays playing cricket and boxing. That will be the end of my part in this chapter, and the next discussion will be going to discuss by Ms. Ara Muan.
Good morning, everyone. As a continuation of what Ms. Marcosa has discussed, we will be having this topic. Alright, let's start with Rizal was anonymously elected by the Filipinos in Barcelona and Madrid as honorary president of La Solidaridad. Next, he became a founder and moving spirit in the founding of La Liga Filipina in Manila on July 3, 1892. Another, on December 20, 1898, President Aguinaldo issued the first official proclamation making December 30 of that year Rizal Day. Republic Act number 137, which organized the politico-military district of Morong into the province of Rizal, was the first official step taken by the Taft Commission to honor our greatest hero and martyr. Republic. Today, to proceed, let us have the verdict. Now, this is the question. Who made Rizal the foremost hero of the Philippines? Let us answer this. Rizal himself, his own people, and the foreigners altogether contributed to make him the greatest hero and martyr of his people. Let's have his monument in Singapore. In Madrid, Spain, you also have a monument there. Next, you also have a monument in Japan, in USA, and then no amount of adulation and canonization by both Filipinos and foreigners could convert Rizal into a great hero if he did not possess in himself what Palma calls excellent qualities and merits. Alright, here's another question. Is Rizal an American-made hero? Let's answer that. But many Filipinos had already made Rizal a national hero even before the Americans arrived. The Katipunan itself venerated Rizal, and Reynaldo Ileto's research reveals how deeply this veneration, verging on worship, had penetrated the peasantry, especially in the Tagalog region. Next, is there a law proclaiming Rizal as the national hero? The answer is no law, executive order, or proclamation has been enacted or issued officially proclaiming any Filipino historical figure as a national hero. On March 28, 1993, President Fidel V. Ramos issued Executive Order Number 75 entitled Creating the National Heroes Committee under the Office of the President. When William Howard Taft arrived in the Philippines in June 1900 and became the chairman of the Second Philippine Commission, the American Governor General suggested to name Rizal a national hero. Alright, the American Governor was the one to suggest to name Rizal as the national hero. It's on June 1900s. At this point, let us have mga nomina, or in English translation, the nominated. Okay, these are the nominated ones to be called the national hero. First, we have Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, followed by Emilio Aguinaldo. Next, Apolinario Mabini, Marcelo H. Del Pilar, Sultan Dipatuan Kudarat from the Mindanao area, Juan Luna, Melchora Aquino, and Gabriela Sila. Now, the one who was stated as the national hero is Jose Rizal. Thank you.
And we are the Group 8 reporters. Thank you.